The reality is undeniable. Eating out, once a simple pleasure, has become a luxury many can no longer afford. The cost of food has skyrocketed, inflation is soaring, and the middle class is feeling the squeeze. Statistics paint a grim picture, where the average cost of a restaurant meal has increased several times in the past year alone. That's a staggering number, and it's forcing many to make tough choices. But it's not just about the numbers, it's about the feeling of being left behind, of watching as experiences that were once within reach become increasingly unattainable. It's about the gradual erosion of a way of life. Remember the days when going out to eat was a treat, a chance to unwind, to connect with loved ones, to savor flavors you couldn't replicate at home? It wasn't just about the food, it was about the experience, the ambiance, the service. It was about creating memories, but somewhere along the way, something changed. Prices went up, quality went down, and the joy of dining out began to fade, replaced by a sense of obligation, a feeling of being nickel and dimed at every turn. The impact of this crisis extends far beyond individual families and friendships. It's crippling local economies. Restaurants, once vibrant hubs of social life, are struggling to keep their doors open. They're facing a perfect storm of challenges: rising food costs, labor shortages, and declining customer spending. The National Restaurant Association reports that percentage of restaurants have closed permanently since the start of the pandemic. That's number businesses gone, number jobs lost, and countless communities left reeling from the loss of their favorite gathering places.
It's heartbreaking, says restaurant owner's name. Owner of the beloved local diner, restaurant name. This place has been my life's work, my passion, and my pride. Every corner of this diner holds a memory. Every table has a story. I've poured my heart and soul into this place for the past 20 years. From the early mornings prepping ingredients to the late nights closing up, this diner has been my second home. But I don't know how much longer we can hold on. The pandemic has hit us hard, and every day feels like a battle to keep the doors open.
Restaurant owner's name points to the empty tables, the dwindling staff, the mounting bills. The once lively diner now echoes with silence, a stark contrast to the bustling hub it used to be.
It's not just about the money, she adds. It's about the people, the regulars who have become like family, the staff who have been with me through thick and thin, the sense of community we've built here. It's a place where everyone knows your name, where stories are shared over coffee and where laughter fills the air. I fear we're losing something irreplaceable. This diner is more than just a business, it's a cornerstone of our community.
And it's not just the owners who are feeling the pain. The impact ripples through the entire staff, each person facing their own struggles. Restaurant workers, many of whom are already struggling to make ends meet, are facing reduced hours, layoffs, and an uncertain future. The fear of not knowing what tomorrow holds is a heavy burden to bear.
I used to be able to support my family on this job, says employee name, a single mother who has worked as a server at restaurant name for the past 5 years. This job was my lifeline, providing stability and a sense of purpose. But now, with the rising cost of everything, I'm barely scraping by. Every day is a struggle to put food on the table and keep a roof over our heads. The uncertainty is overwhelming, and the future feels more precarious than ever.
The domino effect. The closure of a restaurant is like pulling a thread from the fabric of a community. It creates ripple effects that are felt far and wide. Suppliers lose business, landlords lose tenants, neighborhoods lose their character. The economic impact is undeniable, but the social cost is immeasurable.
It's a vicious cycle, says an industry expert, a restaurant industry analyst. As prices go up, people dine out less, restaurants cut staff or close their doors, jobs are lost, the local economy suffers, and the cycle continues.
Making ends meet one meal at a time. So what can be done? How can we reclaim the simple joy of sharing a meal without breaking the bank? It's a question that weighs heavily on the minds of many. But there are options. There are ways to navigate this crisis, to adapt and survive, to find moments of pleasure amidst the uncertainty. Practical tips abound. Cooking at home more often, embracing leftovers, exploring budget-friendly recipes, taking advantage of grocery store sales and discounts. These may seem like small measures, but they can add up to significant savings over time. Reclaiming the table. In this chapter, we delve into the multifaceted efforts to reclaim our dining experiences and food systems. It's a journey that involves not just individual choices, but collective action and systemic change. But it's not just about individual actions, it's about systemic change. Communities are coming together, advocating for fair treatment of restaurant workers and pushing for policies that support the backbone of our food industry. It's about addressing the root causes of this crisis. Urban farming initiatives are sprouting up in cities, providing fresh produce and reducing food deserts. People are attending food policy rallies, demanding changes that will benefit everyone. It's about creating a more equitable and sustainable food system. Farmers' markets are bustling with local produce, and farm-to-table restaurants are becoming more popular, emphasizing the importance of knowing where our food comes from. Government policies can play a role by enacting legislation that supports small farmers, provides relief to struggling restaurants, and ensures fair wages for workers. We can build a more resilient food system. By providing relief to struggling restaurants, we can help them stay afloat during tough times. Chefs and waitstaff are the heart of these establishments, and their well-being is crucial. Investing in food security programs is essential. Volunteers at food banks and community gardens are making a difference, ensuring that everyone has access to nutritious food. Addressing the factors driving up food costs is also critical. From grocery stores with high price tags to farmers discussing the rising costs of production, we need to find solutions that make food affordable for all. The industry itself can also be part of the solution. Restaurant owners and their teams are brainstorming innovative ways to adapt and thrive in a changing landscape. By exploring innovative business models such as pop-up restaurants and food trucks, they can reach new customers and create unique dining experiences. Promoting fair wages and working conditions is paramount. Restaurant workers deserve to be treated with respect and dignity, and their voices are being heard through protests and advocacy. Finding ways to make dining out more accessible to a wider range of consumers is also important. Happy customers at casual restaurants and families enjoying meals at community events show the joy that food can bring. And there are success stories out there. Restaurants that are thriving by embracing sustainable practices, sourcing ingredients locally, and fostering a sense of community are setting an example for others to follow. Restaurants that are thriving by embracing sustainable practices, sourcing ingredients locally, and fostering a sense of community. These establishments are not only surviving but flourishing, showing that it is possible to do well by doing good and fostering a sense of community. Local restaurants are becoming hubs for social interaction where customers can connect with staff and each other, creating a supportive and vibrant atmosphere. These pioneers offer a glimmer of hope. Chefs and restaurateurs who are committed to sustainable practices and community engagement are leading the way, showing that positive change is possible. A reminder that even in the face of adversity, innovation and resilience can prevail. Community gardens and inspirational messages in cafes remind us that we can overcome challenges together. Innovation and resilience can prevail. Chefs giving a thumbs up and restaurant staff celebrating together symbolize the triumphs that can be achieved when we work collectively towards a better future. A seat at the table for everyone. In today's world, the issue of food security is becoming increasingly critical. It's not just about having enough food, but about having access to nutritious, affordable, and culturally appropriate food for everyone. The middle-class food crisis is a complex issue with no easy solutions. Rising costs, economic instability, and supply chain disruptions have made it difficult for many families to put food on the table. This isn't just a problem for the economically disadvantaged, it's affecting middle-class families too. But it's a conversation we need to have. We need to bring this issue to the forefront of public discourse. By talking about it openly, we can start to find solutions that work for everyone. Community meetings, public forums, and online discussions are all great ways to start this conversation. We need to acknowledge the challenges, share our stories, and demand better. When we share our personal experiences, we humanize the issue and make it more relatable. This can inspire others to take action and advocate for change, for ourselves, for our communities, and for the future of food. It's about creating a sustainable food system that works for everyone. This means supporting local farmers, reducing food waste, and ensuring that everyone has access to healthy, affordable food. This is about more than just restaurants. It's about the entire food ecosystem, from farm to table. Restaurants play a crucial role, but so do grocery stores, farmers markets, and home kitchens. We need to support all parts of the food system to ensure its resilience. It's about the right to enjoy a meal with loved ones without worry. Food should be a source of joy and connection, not stress and anxiety. Everyone deserves to sit down to a meal without worrying about where their next one will come from. It's about preserving the social fabric of our communities. Food brings people together. It fosters relationships and builds community. By ensuring that everyone has access to good food, we strengthen the bonds that hold our communities together. It's about ensuring that everyone has a seat at the table. No one should be left out or left behind. We need to create inclusive spaces where everyone feels welcome and valued. Let's start by sharing our experiences. What challenges are you facing? What solutions have you found? By sharing our stories, we can learn from each other and find new ways to address the issue. How has the rising cost of food impacted your life? Have you had to make difficult choices between food and other necessities? These are the stories that need to be heard. What are your go-to budget-friendly meals? Sharing recipes and tips can help others who are struggling. It's a small way to make a big difference. What are your hopes for the future of dining? Join the conversation. Share your thoughts. Together we can envision a future where everyone has access to good food. Together we can find a way forward. By working together, we can create a food system that is fair, sustainable, and inclusive. Let's make sure that everyone has a seat at the table.